King Louis.
Not so much a king anymore. The man grinned wide enough to show teeth yellowed with age. Kings need kingdoms. She put a pin in that statement. It was too early to ask questions. So Ariana said nothing and let Louis continue in the face of her silence. It's well past time we met face to face, my dear white wraith. A single sentence had never said more. He knew who she was. She knew who he was.
Glad there's no need for pretense.
Ariana continued to take stock of her situation.
And I am not your dear.
You're not? And here I was hopeful that the white wraith would be fond of me.
Not in this lifetime, she muttered, wishing her voice sounded stronger. Her head ached, but Ariana didn't allow the pain to betray as anything more than a narrowing of her eyes. How did she get here? Ariana quickly assessed herself. She was likely underground, judging from the condensation on the walls and the heavy stillness that often came from such locations. Louis was here, a man she'd never interacted with before and certainly wouldn't have gone to for help. And she'd been right to avoid him, evidenced by the restraints holding her against an organ-harvesting table, a tilted contraption that propped her at an angle, bound her down so she couldn't escape or struggle as someone, theoretically, cut her flesh from her body. Yes, she knew where she was as it pertained to this singular room, but none of it indicated how she had arrived here. For that, she needed to go back further. She'd escaped the Dragon King's prison with Svare's help. Svare. The name brought on a deluge of emotions, none of which she was equipped to handle under the circumstances. Ariana pushed the onslaught from her mind. Just another item to put a pin in, for now. Tackle one problem at a time. She'd stolen a glider. Yevun's voice rattled through her mind again. Let go. Her memories after that numbered 3 snapshots. Nova shrinking above her, the glider's metal handles just under her fingertips, her body slamming against the contraption as she hit the clouds that separated the 2 worlds. Then, nothing. She must have fallen down to somewhere in Dordom, close enough to Mercury Town for Louis to get his grubby little hands on her. How did you know who I am? Ariana willed her voice to sound the slightest bit more stable. Maybe it would, if she weren't diverting so much focus to merely keeping screams of pain and frustration dormant. Her mind was moving too slowly for her to tolerate. I always sent someone else to meet with you.
Your coat, among other factors, was a giveaway.
Ariana desperately wanted to know what these other factors were.
And someone else. Let's call her by name, shall we? Florence.
If she were more in her right mind, she never would have given him the chance to say the name, nor would she have risked giving away how much that single utterance meant to her with her traitorous face. Horror and heartache swept across her like a burst steam pipe, no doubt altering the landscape before she could patch the rupture. In a matter of moments, she mastered herself once more, but Louis watched her closely, and the scalding emotion had left its mark.
Quite a little upstart, that one.
Louis made a display of picking lint off his knee to hide his satisfied grin.
Are you certain she's not a rivet? Because she seems to be redesigning the world according to her own secret schematics.
His eyes turned to her slowly in the wake of her silence. Ariana struggled to keep her face impassive, to betray nothing, to give up no more weaknesses. For Florence's sake, if no one else's.